Welcome back to the Westmoreland Sports Network for another edition of Recruiting Thursday, right here and brought to you by our friends at Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Jack Ridenour here with you, and today we are joined by current Penn-Trafford girls basketball player and recent Shippensburg women's basketball commit, Lauren Marton. Lauren, first off, thanks so much for joining us, and obviously a big congratulations on the commitment. How good does this feel, and how much does it maybe settle you some knowing that, hey, I can enjoy my final year of basketball in high school?
Yeah, it's definitely really exciting. At first, I wasn't sure when I wanted to commit because I didn't know if I wanted to. I've heard like people do it like after high school season, but I'm glad I did it before because like now I have like a weight lifted off of my shoulders. I feel like I already know like my plans and what I have to be ready for to go into college. So like I'm just like really glad that it's over and done with.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up. I was actually going to ask you, I'm guessing this was just kind of an accident. It just kind of happened to be before your senior year?
Yeah, so I wasn't even like I was hoping obviously I would commit like sooner than later, but I wasn't sure when it was gonna happen. I'm just glad that like it all kind of fell into place. Like after AAU season, like I got like emails and texts, and then it just I don't know. I just was going on visits, and then I was time to make my decision.
Well, good thing that you can now kind of enjoy that final year of hoops, and you can put that
Exactly.
put that
Yes.
all to the side. Because as a
Yeah.
former college basketball player myself, I know what that world's like. There's a lot going on,
Hmm.
emails, phone calls. It can get overwhelming. But I want to
Yeah.
get into Shippensburg. I mean, what was it? Obviously, I know a very, very good basketball program, but what were some other things about the school, about the program itself that drew you to wanting to commit there?
So honestly, it was everything. Like I love their basketball program. I love all the coaches. So I want to major in exercise science, and they have a really good exercise science program. And then overall, I just love the campus. Like I think it was just beautiful. Like everything about it, all their facilities. I think everything about it was just so nice.
Well, I know you mentioned that you were kind of going on a little college tour this summer. What was that like for you, going around visiting other schools and kind of getting to shop your options around a little bit?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. I always say to my parents, like, I'm glad that like I went to multiple different schools, like different sizes, different like way of like types of coaching styles, so like I can talk to them and see how they coach, how their team plays. But I'm definitely excited. Like I got to see like what in a campus I didn't like and what I did like. So I'm like very grateful that I had that opportunity to go to many schools.
What were some other schools that you were considering and were considering you as well?
Well, my main two, okay, so my main one was my main two were Frostburg and Shippensburg. That's what I was mainly deciding between. And then others that I really liked, I went to Wheeling, I went to Bloomsburg. Um, One that I definitely did like, I did like St. Vincent. I went to St. Vincent really early in the summer. I visited Bethany, so it's just good. Like I got to like see like, oh, I like this about this campus, but like maybe I wish they had something else. So,
Yeah, you get to kind of, like you said, see what you like and
mhm,
don't like.
yeah,
And, I always tell people it's where you're going to be calling home for the next 4 years. So
exactly, yeah.
you want to be somewhere comfortable and not somewhere that,
Mhm.
after 2 years, you're thinking about leaving. But you mentioned AAU basketball. How important was that for you recruiting wise? I mean, do you feel that most of your recruiting came from AAU?
I think all of it did definitely. Yeah, definitely all of it. This year was definitely really important. I mean, I knew that, and like me and my parents would talk like this year's important, and I would talk with my coach because this is like our last season. I always say like I hate it because like I wish we had like technically like a senior season of AAU, but like at that time like people were preparing for college and yeah. But I think this year was like really important. Like I knew that in my head that I had to like really like work and just go as hard as possible.
If I had a time machine, I would go back in time and try to play U19 AAU basketball. Obviously, like you said, eventually you age out of it, but it's such a great thing. I mean,
Yeah.
tell people all the time, travel basketball especially is so important for getting your name out there and just being exposed at
Hmm.
a larger sample size than,
Yeah.
in a district or a county where, not many eyes are seeing you guys. But I want to kind of shift gears a little bit and get into your Penn-Trafford team because obviously you guys are coming off a really good year last year. Didn't end up the way you probably wanted it to, but still a
Yeah.
ton of momentum behind you guys. How much do you think
Mhm.
that really good season last year has maybe motivated this year's group? And have you seen some of that motivation in some of those early workouts?
Yes, I definitely have. I feel like knowing like that we went far last year, we definitely could have gone farther. It ended a bad way, but I mean, it's gonna happen. I think we all know like what we're capable of and what this like weaknesses that we need to work on that like we've had in open gyms or like a shootout like in the summer. Like we had a summer shootout. Like we definitely know like things that we need to work on. But I think coming from last year, just knowing that like we're capable of doing that, I think it'll like take us far.
I don't have it in front of me, but you guys were on an insane run. I want to say you guys were maybe like 13-3 through the first 16 games, something pretty impressive. What do you
Mm-hmm.
think it was during that stretch that was just clicking for you guys on all cylinders?
I definitely feel that it was just like a team effort. Like all of us get along. So like I feel like when you get along off the court, like you're definitely going to work even better on the court. Um, I don't know. Like we just like had like really good chemistry. I feel like we just like like where someone's going to be and then just moving the ball well. It just like talking on the court and off the court about what we need to work on definitely sent us far.
And you bring up a really good point about communication in basketball. I know
Hmm.
that's going to be very important for you when you go off to college. What part of
Yeah.
your game do you think is going to translate to the college game the best?
Mm, I feel like just my like presence underneath the basket, definitely like whether that being like rebounding, doing like post moves, blocking, like just getting to the rim. I feel like just like my presence under the rim when I'm there.
Yeah, I mean that's an important part, especially offensively and defensively as well.
Mhm.
Now, getting into this upcoming season, obviously you have the fall right now, and school's just fired back up. But what does kind of fall look like for you guys in terms of workouts? Do you guys do any fall leagues? I mean, what do you guys do right now to kind of get ready for the season?
So right now we're not doing we didn't do anything this past month, but we're having I think we're in two summer leagues this fall. I think they're on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. So I mean that and then we'll probably start up open gyms again.
Well, season will be
Yeah.
here before you know it. I'm sure you're
Exactly.
very
Yeah.
excited. I'm sure that your teammates are also very excited. But Lauren, before we get you out of here, just want to hear from you. Again, you guys, I feel like have been knocking at the door over the last few years, getting so close, but just
I
not
know.
getting over that hump. What do you think it'll be this year that kind of allows for you guys to get over that hump and really make a big run?
Honestly, I feel like from all of the seniors, like speaking for myself, I feel like definitely leadership is a big thing. We definitely had great leadership in the past, but I just feel like we need to like I don't know, like just take a hold of the team basically and just like bring that like I don't know like what word to use, but like kind of like bring them and know that like we can do this and like talk them up and be like even though like we've had upsetting endings like the past few years, like I think leadership's going to be a big thing.
Well, we're excited to see you lead your Penn-Trafford team this season. Again, Lauren, thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations on the commitment and good luck
Thank
this
you so
season.
much. Thank you.
That's Shippensburg women's basketball commit Lauren Marton. As always, thanks so much for joining us for another edition of Recruiting Thursday, brought to you by our friends at Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Make sure you check out our other Recruiting Thursday features that are available on our YouTube channel. And as always, this is Jack Ridenour signing off, never saying goodbye, just a see you later, right here and only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.